guys, what's going on? It's Andrew from AR Media. In tonight's video, I want to go over Avengers Infinity War on 4K UHD Blu-ray. I gave this a watch last night and I was dying to go over the picture quality and audio quality on this one. So I already went over the movie in my full review that I did on this channel, but what I will say is that this is one of my favorites of the year. If you've seen any other Marvel movies, you owe it to see this movie, and I think it was the perfect mixture of humor, adventure, drama, and a bit of darkness that we don't normally get from Marvel. But that's all I'm going to say on the movie. Highly recommended. Now let's get to the video and audio quality, what you guys really came here for. So on the video front, this was shot at 6.5K but finished at 2K. So this is a 2K to 4K upscale, and what we get here is a major increase in detail and depth. The detail here is pretty off the charts compared to the Blu-ray, whether it be on Iron Man's suit, whether it be on Spider-Man's suit, whether it be on the landscape of Wakanda during the final act, or whether it be on Thanos' face. I think the reproduction of detail here was phenomenal, as well as depth. When Thanos is coming towards the screen or anything like that, you could see the separation from the foreground and the background tremendously, and there's just a lot more depth through the characters when you're looking at them straight on. You can see a lot more crevices to the face and a lot more detail. Now, like I said, with the Thanos up close, the CGI does hold up, but it is a bit more noticeable on the 4K than the Blu-ray, but really nothing to pull you away from the image or anything like that. The CGI is still fantastically done. Now, the black levels are also deep and inky throughout, and nothing to complain about there. Now we're going to get to the star of the show here, and that's going to be HDR. The HDR on this disc is absolutely phenomenal. Now, this is a pretty eye-popping disc as it is, has a vast array of colors that all pop off the screen, but what really gets me is the highlights. Some of the highlights in this movie are those blinding type of highlights that just really make you wow at the screen. All the different colors have tons of nuances to them, tons of pop, tons of variations to the color, and really do not even compare to the Blu-ray when it comes to the vibrancy of the pop. The one thing I will say about the HDR on the 4K compared to the Blu-ray though is that at some times the 4K is a darker image because of the HDR than the Blu-ray overall, and that's more in the darker scenes. It does make the image a lot easier to make out with the shadow detail, and that's the main reason for it. It makes it easier to make out the images in those darker scenes, but I will say that overall the 4K disc is a bit dimmer at times than the regular Blu-ray. Now let's get to the audio quality. So we get a Dolby Atmos mix on this one, and I was pretty nervous because Disney has really been messing up the mixes lately. They put the volume too low, they don't use the overheads enough, it's not dynamic enough, and this one pretty much follows suit. Maybe a little bit better than their last release, but not enough overheads, not dynamic enough, and you have to crank the volume a few dBs up. But once you do that, you do get a decent mix, and it's nothing that's going to really take away from the experience, but it's just something where I'm really hoping Disney gets this down correctly, so that way we have a full reference quality disc for audio and video. Because I would say this is reference quality when it comes to video, but sadly not on the audio front. So anyway guys, let me know down below what you thought of the movie. Let me know what you think of the transfer. How excited are you guys for this? I was super excited for this. So happy to be adding this to my collection, and I'll see you guys in the next one.